We first checked out the Magic Spells add-on around about 8 months ago. Now, this add-on was one of my favorites to check out and one of your favorites to download. Now, recently it was updated and you've requested that we check this out. This is still one of the most popular and higher rated add-ons on the Minecraft marketplace. If you want to update this add-on, head over to the Minecraft marketplace. On the left-hand side, you are going to see what I would consider to be a bookcase. This is going to be for my content. Tap on your add-ons, and inside of the search, just type in magic spell. You're going to see this actually pop up depending on how many different add-ons you have. So on this occasion, the Magic Spells add-on is created by Cyclone. If we tap on this, what's interesting about this is obviously we have a new download available, but this is also a part of the marketplace pass. It's not something I've dabbled into. I did request it when this was first announced to actually include add-ons. That is now available. I'm curious if anybody has purchased this and they do see it as a benefit. For the sake of today's video, I don't need it. Anyway, this has an incredible rating, by the way, with the community giving this a 4.7 star out of 5 with nearly 7,000 ratings, by the way, and 83% giving this a 5 star. So one of the highest rated add-ons in the community. And as you can see here, it says the 1.1 PvP update. So I do hope inside of the game it explains a little bit more, but we do have the changelog down here. Version 1.1, unleash Spellpower, boosting your magic. We also have equip the new sorcery regalia armor for even stronger spells. Cast 5 new spells. PvP mode added. Magic duels have arrived. Dye armor to create the look that suits your magical flair. So in the first version, I don't think PvP was possible. So it looks like because the community has been requesting this, they've now introduced it. The latest update is showing at a file size of 3 megabytes. So not that big. Here is the brand new armor and one of the brand new spells introduced to the game. This add-on also does a very good job in separating the previous stuff with the new content. So one of the weapons available inside of this now is Chain Lightning, where you're able to do multiple amounts of damage to multiple different mobs. And I am absolutely loving this. And obviously this will also be applied to players as well, whether you're doing this in a solo world or a realm or a server. I also installed the health bars add-on, as you have seen, because I want to see how much damage these spells do. So for those of you that already have this add-on and have updated, you'll be given the Tome of Magic. For those of you that have just purchased this, it is the exact same. So if you open this, we have how it works, the list of spells, list of items, add-on settings. If you missed my first video and you want to know all the information about this, go and check out that video. At the bottom, we have the About section. And as you can see, we now have Update 1. Just as a quick refresh, because this makes sense in today's video as well as the previous one, in order to get mana, you have to kill mobs. However, this is not always going to drop, and on some occasions can actually be quite a rare item. So mana will be dropped by all of the hostile mobs, maybe even the likes of your cows and sheep, etc. But you'll end up with an item, which is this right here. Your mana can actually be used for potions, cookies, which will make you a lot stronger, especially when it comes to PvP. But on random occasions, inside of forests, you might find a wisp. When these are killed, they will guarantee at least 1 drop. Okay, as a correction, you can only get mana from hostile mobs. Things like skeletons or zombies only have a small chance to drop 1, as you've seen. With all of that being said, let's get into the 1.1.0 update. Update 1. It says, player versus player functionality can now be enabled in the settings menu. Toggling PvP on or off is a global setting and will be broadcast to all players. You can also adjust the amount of damage players take when using magic spells in PvP. If you're the creator of the world with your friends, or in fact the realm, open up the Tome of Magic, scroll down until you get to the add-on settings. inside of here, you're going to see enable player versus player functionality. It should be off by default. Go ahead and turn this on. It then says PvP damage scaling percentage in brackets. Lower values will inflict less damage on players when PvP is enabled. By default, it's at 80. If you feel that this isn't strong enough, you can bump this all the way up. I recommend starting at lower values and then increasing it if you feel that it isn't strong enough. If you're in a brand new world and you want to have this on, I would recommend starting very low and then, like, let's say every 10 days or 20 days, go ahead and increase it. I don't have any friends to show you guys, but once you hit, let's go and drop this down. We'll keep this at 80. Hit submit. I don't know why it says... It does announce, by the way, that the Real Echo has changed the PvP settings for all players. PvP is disabled. Players take 80% damage. Now, this might well be because I'm in this world on my own. But if you're playing with your friends and you turn this on, it means all of the spells can now do damage to each other. The next feature was requested by the community for quite some time. Here is the magic armor set. This can now be dyed using the cauldron system. So what I'm going to do here is grab a bunch of dyes and show you guys how incredible different colors can be. And I was thinking, how would players use this in their worlds? Well, pretty simple. You could do this for a faction-based world. You could have this color as neutral, since it's the basic armor that you're able to make. If you wanted to be like a dark wizard, you could have this all as black. Now, you can mix and match, but check out how awesome these start to look. Next one, we're going to have this as Team Yellow. So all types of dyes can be used here. And you guys will have to let me know which one looks the best. But this is one of those quality of life styled updates. This would be my favorite color here. I love red, so I would probably have this color. This is so cool. So awesome. In fact, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this on. I want to see what this looks like on me. I am now Team Red. It looks so cool. It did look really cool in the first one, but I don't like the fact that they limited it to one color. And then the last one we're going to have here is going to be Team Green, which, to be fair, would probably go a lot better with my type of skin. How cool is this? So, quality of life, this armor can now be dyed. As mentioned, they've added a new set of armor called Sorcery Regalia. Now, in order to make this, you are going to need obsidian, and you're also going to need mana. So, instead of me just crafting one, we're going to craft this all. Open up a crafting table, and if you don't see it, tap on craftable. We're able to make the boots, we're able to make the helmets, we're able to make the leggings, and we're able to make the chest plate, which is, in fact, the robe. I haven't actually seen if this could be enchanted. And the answer is yes. You are able to enchant this. That's actually really cool. What I will do, though, is I'll show you guys the enchanted stuff. We'll put this enchanted stuff on. This is so cool. I feel like a rogue with this. And what's even better about this is it can also be dyed as well. So we'll make ourselves 2 sets of these. Let's make the leggings, let's make the robe, and let's make the hood. And what color should we go on this occasion? Again, I like the whole dark wizard kind of scene. So we'll put this here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll put these on here. So once again, if you didn't want to use this armor set, you have another one on offer. For the first armor I showed you, I did mention this in the first video, but the magic armor can actually increase your mana. So the magic hat is +1 mana, the robe is +10, the leggings +10, and the magic boots also +5. If we go to the Sorcery Regalia, this has +4 spell power. So spell power is something new that has now been introduced. It says sorcery armor is durable, can be dyed in a cauldron and enchanted to high levels, and provides these extra bonuses. So I haven't checked out the full potential of spell power, but it does say introducing the spell power attribute that enhances the potency of offensive spells. Now, if you scroll down, we do have a little bit more about this. It says, spell power is a special attribute found on items that will affect the damage dealt by most spells and enhances other aspects on some support spells. Spells influenced by spell power will say so in the spell description. For example, the easy to land Ice Blast has a spell power scaling of 15%, meaning 15% of your spell power will be added to the damage when casting the Ice Blast spell. Spells that are more expensive or harder to hit will have a higher scaling, like the I-Beam with 80%. So basically, if you are a skilled player and you have a less likely to hit weapon, but you manage to hit it, you're overall going to do much more damage. So if you open up the book, go to the list of spells, we'll pick pre-existing ones like the Ender Blight, for example. It has a spell power of 20%, which obviously means this would be a little bit easier to hit. Meanwhile, if we scroll down and we were to go to the I-Beam as it did explain, it's quite difficult to hit this. However, the spell power does have a increase of 80%. As I mentioned before, the new types of armor can increase the amount of damage you do. So on this occasion, I've took it off. I want to go with the Fireball spell. So if we were to open this, go to list of spells, tap on Fireball, it has a 20% spell power increase. So I wanted to just do a small basic test with the likes of this. We got it down to 92, for example, right? Let's go ahead and put this on. We're going to summon one more Iron Golem here. Let's do a little bit more damage. So as you can see there, I think we got it to 89. If we do this again with an Iron Golem, we'll do this with the Ender Blight, for example. We got it down. Well, this is going down quite heavily. So this is a big radius, which is why technically the upscaling isn't going to be as strong. But you can see here it's done a lot of damage. Obviously, with us having this on, it's going to do a little bit more damage. So I hope that makes sense. I really do hope that makes sense. So as you can see on this occasion, yes, it's still doing damage. But I think once this ends, it's nowhere near going to be as much as this, which we got that one down to 39. This one was only down to 70, which obviously explains why having the likes of your armor is important. But this is where you have to make the decision. Do you want to have this, which is going to increase your damage, or do you want the pre-existing armor, which is going to increase your mana? Now, yes, I did that in creative, but if we go to / game mode S here, you'll see that we only have 100 of the mana, right? And as you can see, there's only so much mana I'm going to be able to use. So if we run out of this, as you can see, spell will be on a cooldown. Obviously, in this occasion, we got away with it, but there might be occasions where you run out of mana and you could get yourself killed. So if you did check out my first video, you will be aware that we do have the likes of mana potions, which do stack to 16, by the way. There's also cookies and regular mana on its own. These obviously are going to give you extra mana in case you get in trouble. So there are 5 brand new spells introduced. I want to start with the first one. This is made with mana, and you're going to need lightning rods and a breeze rod. Open up the crafting table, and this is the one I literally just showed you, which is going to be the chain damage one. It's so cool. It's going to do multiple amounts of damage. And I wanted to test the full potential of this. I am keeping my armor on, so we are doing a lot more damage. I wanted to try this with the likes of cows as well, because I wasn't sure how many mobs worth of damage it could do. So we have 1 cow, we have 2 cows. Please move. We have 1 more. So it looks like it can do multiple mobs at once. Hold on, we're on a cooldown now. Hold on, I'm gonna get a little bit closer with this one. Yeah, you can see, man, it can hit a whole bunch of these. A whole bunch. So I think with friends, it'd be really, really fun. So my mana is really low. I like the fact that I can drink this and still move at a decent pace. But this one, because it's really easy to hit a target with this, the increased amount of spell power is slightly less. I'm gonna make sure I drink this. We're gonna summon not only 1, but also 2 of these. Let's see. Okay, we managed to get a cow there. But obviously, if these are chasing you down, you could end up in some trouble, bro. You gotta be so careful with these, bro. Hold on. I think this is so fun. Obviously, we're out of it now, so we're gonna have to eat another cookie. I'm gonna eat 2 of these real quick. So the best things that you can make is definitely going to be the potion things. I love the fact that I'm able to group kill things. Honestly, for me, this has always been one of my favorites and kind of reminds me of Minecraft dungeons. I'm not going to go through all of the recipes. These can be found inside of the crafting table. The recipes are somewhat similar. Just the items in the middle are going to change. There is also a healer as well. And like I said, if you are doing this as a factions-based thing, this is really cool. So this one right here is the I-beam. If we want to learn about this, go to list of spells. We'll scroll down on this one and we'll tap on this. Mana cost, cooldown, damage, casting range, effect radius, and spell power. Charging this spell can accumulate charges to increase its power. To charge up, you just hold interact and then you release it. Charge up a mighty beam of energy. Release the pierce enemy, releasing the pierced enemies in a row. So you're able to do multiple amounts of damage. And I'll try this. So we'll go 1 and we did. There you go. There you go. It went right through them. But as you can see, there is a cooldown on this one. But the upscaling should be increased. I'm gonna use this. They're still chasing me, but the amount of damage this does is actually quite impressive. But this is like, I can charge this. So we'll do the charging. 3, 2, and we'll fully charge this. Bro, it absolutely beams. So I want to do / summon an iron golem here. I guess the more you charge this, the more amount of damage you're going to do. So we have this fully charged. Bro, you can get this guy really, really low down. That's so cool. So obviously the upscaling on this is going to be increased. I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, I didn't mean to kill him. I want to just like charge this once. So we'll do just tap it. Okay, so there's another option here. So we'll just get rid of him real quick. He's dead. I think if we charge this to 2, let's see how much damage 2 would do. 1, 2. It did quite a lot of damage. I love this one. To be fair though, I'm a chain kind of guy. Definitely a chain kind of guy, but still. This one's really impressive. So we did already have Fireball. Towards the bottom, we now have Fire Breath. Here is the costs and how much damage this can do. Channeling. This spell will be cast repeatedly while holding interact, as long as the caster has sufficient mana before it goes on a cooldown. Shoots a continuous cone of fire from a dragon more staff. So with this one, we'll start off very basic with this. I haven't really showed you guys too much in third person, I feel like. So we'll summon you. Does this mean that we end up with cooked food? I'm guessing so. This is like someone that you'd throw on the front line, trying to protect the guy at the back with the powerful one. But we'll go ahead and drink this and see if this is going to be enough to bring down one of these guys. So it's continuously doing a lot of fire damage here. But yeah, you can kind of put these on halt. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, so this is also a really, really cool one, I think. I wish the designs in third person were a little bit better, the way you were casting, but I'm not going to complain because this add-on is still one of my favorites. Maybe you prefer to be the healer. There is a healing one with a mana cost of 12, a cooldown of 3 seconds, effect radius of 4, and spell power 10. This spell will be cast repeatedly while holding interact, as long as the caster has sufficient mana before it goes into cooldown. Gradually restores health for players and friendly mobs in a small area. Spell power increases the amount healed. In PvP, only heals the casting player and tamed entities, that being cats, that being wolves, and stuff like that. So I want to go ahead and summon an Iron Golem here. I want to hit the Iron Golem so I take damage. Then what I want to do is stand in the healing area. So while I'm holding this, if he was to keep hitting me, you can see here, I'm going to keep still being healed as long as we have the mana on offer. This one's in book form rather than like a long spell like this. But I'm out of mana, so you can see on this occasion, I would have to consume this. So yeah, if you wanted to be the healer, if you were doing something PvP related, you can be. The last spell, I actually haven't checked this out, is going to be the Sunlight spell. Mana cost of 30, cooldown of 5, damage of 4, casting range is 48 blocks, and effect radius is 8 blocks. Spell power, 40%. Shines a bright ray of light on large area, promotes crop growth, and damages undead enemies. And this is everything that it works on. So first off, I think we have a farm down here. So this would be the perfect example. Let's go ahead and stand here. Okay, so this one's pretty cool. This is like less aimed at PvP in my opinion. But you can see obviously the crops are growing quite quickly. But if you do manage to get undead, so if we were to do / summon husk in this area, and they were chasing me, obviously they don't like sunlight, so it's going to do damage to them. So this could be really, really cool. I'm so impressed with this add-on. I know we haven't checked it out for such a long time, but it really is such a 10 out of 10 add-on. And I really do hope they add more armor sets and even more spells. And if you guys have any other suggestions on things that they should introduce to the game, obviously go ahead and leave some comments down below. Cyclone are a fantastic company. And yeah, this add-on is still one of my top 5 add-ons I've ever checked out.